Hi, this is Paul, and this video is going to feature Quizlet in being able to customize pre-made study decks from other users. So you can see that I have Quizlet called up on my web browser, and as I go through, I could see different study sets that I have, folders, classes. I can create from scratch here, or I can go in and see if there is a topic that might match my upcoming unit. Let's suppose as a social studies teacher, I'm going to start studying the Middle Ages. And what Quizlet will do is it will provide me first sets that I have already created in my own user profile. But then as I scroll through, you'll see that I'll begin to see other sets. And there are thousands and thousands of sets. So the more specific you get with the title, depending on what the other users may have used, you might find very different searches and results. Important to note out that you'll also see that there are things that I could check out as far as a sorting feature goes with Quizlet. I'm going to click on all the free ones. And I'm not even going to get into, in this level of video, into different study guides and or different users and classes, although I could certainly search by users. Maybe there's a person that I was following along and I liked the content that they were using, and I can go through and find out who the plus users are and versus teachers, and if it's a verified creator. So you could have that at your own leisure, but for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to just pick on any one of these free decks, and just to click on something here, I like the pictures that are showing up, and the study deck will appear in the top as you would suspect, and I can click through the words and begin even doing a study session myself, and I can flip the cards like we've done in the past. However, if I scroll down to the bottom as a teacher here, I could see all the different words, the definitions or phrases, and if pictures have been added. And I might decide to myself that this deck is going to work out perfect for what I would like to do in my class. So we're talking about saving time here and preparing for my lessons with my students. So if I want to add this to a class or a folder, perfect. If I want to customize that deck, and in other words, if I want to edit some of the text, if I want to add cards, if I want to add or insert pictures or delete cards and pictures, I can do that. Or I could send it right off, especially if I'm a Google Classroom user or a different LMS like that. I do prefer going into the triple dot and embedding the cards. As a Schoology user, that seems to work best for me using this free account. So let's suppose that I want to customize this deck. And what will happen now is I will begin to get the different features of editing, tools of editing, as we get to go. So I could bring in other words from the Excel, Word, Google Docs files, but now we have all the different phrases coming up. And if there's something here that I didn't want to use, let's suppose I did not want to use Charlemagne, I could just delete that card. And just like that, the card has removed itself from the deck. I now see that instead of 28, I have 27 terms. And this is going to work out perfect for me to deliver something to my students just in time for my lesson in an upcoming class period. Of course, all the features are that I could highlight, delete, add, anything that I would like. So when I have gotten to a point that I am at with where I want to be, I will create this deck. It will save inside my library. And now I'm clicking on it, and you can see that I have the Middle Ages here for me. And it will prompt me to want to go on to Google Classroom, etc. I'm going to close this, and rather I will use the triple dot to embed this into my Schoology class. I am going to choose which study mode I want my students to see first. They could always select a different one as they get into it, but I'm going to go ahead and select the matching game. I will copy the HTML code and now go over to my Schoology practice folder that I have here for today's session. I'm going to add a page, and I'm just going to call this Middle Ages Quizlet. I'll drop my cursor down below. Sometimes I like to add background information or specific instructions. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and click on Insert Media from the web. Select Media again because it's more than just an image, and then I will embed that code as I've done in the past. While I'm in the edit mode, you'll see that just a yellowish palette will come up here on the screen, but when I'm ready, I can click Create, and my Quizlet deck will be ready for my students. As I tap into it to double check, I will see that the flashcard matching game will appear, and as soon as I'm ready, I can start the game, or I could do a different study mode. For now, I will start the game and show you how the matching system works. So if I click on canon law and the definition that's appropriate with it, monastery, and if I get one wrong, so I'll get one wrong here, it'll just kind of shake and go back to the beginning until I find my way. And I can just keep clicking along to show you that indeed it will work. My goal is to try to get the lowest time possible. I hope this has been helpful in learning how to search the Quizlet community for decks of cards for an upcoming unit, how to edit those cards, and then share them with your class.